Ooh, what's this? My package got here already? See me on the week, man. Blue Classic? It looks so sick. What's this? What is this? Oh man, it's a letter? Oh, and it's signed by him? Oh, that's so cool. What else is in here? I feel stuff. This is like a poster or something? Damn, there's more! Another Team Beyond the Week bracelet! Sorry about my really bad acting. I've just been packaging BTW orders all day and I thought I'd have a little bit of fun with, you know, a little reenactment. I just realized I don't have the BTW Blue Classic yet, so I had to dig into my own personal stock and give myself a present here. And what? I think this is my favorite tank that we've done so far. It's friggin' classic. So today's video, I get the question all the time, hey man, I'm whatever age and I'm skinny fat, I just started lifting, should I bulk or should I cut? So this video is about whether you should bulk or cut when you start skinny fat. So you have very, very little muscle mass, but you have a good deal of fat on you. Now this, my opinion might be controversial. People might not completely agree with me, but this is just my opinion as far as aesthetics go, not necessarily like the healthiest or smartest way to go about it. But if you're starting skinny fat, you're already up in, you know, let's say 15% body fat. Now you start bulking, and over time you start adding fat, because that's what a bulk is. You know, you add a little bit of fat as a sacrifice to gain muscle size, right? To actually cause hypertrophy. But after a while, you're going up from 15% where you started skinny fat, and now you're up at 17, 18, 19, 20. So even if you're putting on muscle, because everyone says you should bulk for a long time when you first start lifting, even if you're building all this muscle under this fat, you as a person are not going to be motivated because you're not seeing your striations, you're not seeing your muscles actually be built. They're all covered in fat, and you're basically you're kind of looking like a fat dude, even though you're getting all this strength and muscle. And it takes a really disciplined person to get that high in body fat and continue lifting without seeing the visual differences, and do it for a year disciplined, then cut. You know, that's very difficult for most people to do. So what I suggest doing when you're skinny fat is actually, because you're starting with very little muscle mass, you don't have to worry so much about how much muscle you're losing, right? You don't have to be very meticulous about your cut, because if you bulk for a really long time, like a year, and then you have all this fat, you're gonna have to be very meticulous about not losing muscle. But if you start skinny fat, you have very little muscle, you can cut all that fat off without really worrying about where your muscle's going, how your body's partitioning, all the deficit in your caloric intake, and you can just really get low in body fat, then start from basically just skinny, and then keep a lean figure as you bulk, and not have to worry so much about not seeing your gains and not being motivated. Because when you see that stuff, it really gets you pumped. At least it gets me pumped. When I see, like, you know, oh, my rear delts are finally coming in, they're getting bigger, I'm like, yes, and I can see striations or whatever. It's awesome, and you want to go back and hit whatever the next muscle is the next day. But if you're not seeing those muscles, it's kind of discouraging, honestly, guys. Whew! So that was definitely a mouthful. That was definitely one of my ranting videos, but I just wanted to get my ideas across. Basically, I think that if you're skinny fat for the aesthetics, you should cut first, get skinny, have very low body fat, maybe have, not super low, but like, you know, 10% or something like that, and then start bulking. That way you can keep motivated and you won't have so much fat when you're at the end of that first bulk. That's just my opinion though, guys. I don't know what your opinion is. I'd love to hear it in the comments below. Please leave it, let me see it. We'll talk, we'll think about it together, all of us, both of us. Like it if you haven't, sub if you're not, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.